just habla. Baby, we just habla. Baby, we just
Hey, what's up
habla.
guys? It's your friendly neighborhood Henry. Welcome back to another episode. Today we are talking about the highly anticipated iPhone 11 Pro. Let's go ahead and get started. So the model that I got, in case you couldn't already tell, I got the iPhone 11 Pro 5.8-inch OLED model in midnight green. I am a huge blue and green fan, so getting a green phone just looks awesome. It's very similar to my favorite color. If I had to pick one color, is olive flake. It's a color that originally came from Nike. You can actually buy a olive flake Nike Apple Watch band, which I currently have, and it matches perfectly with this green iPhone. But also my olive flake Nike shoes match perfectly with this phone. You put them side by side and crisp. What I would like to talk about first and foremost is the back glass, that frosted matte finish. In my WWDC coverage for 2019, I specifically stated that this puppy is going to scratch on the back. When I got the phone and I touched it, I was like, oh, Snapple Crapple Rice Krispies. It doesn't feel anything like the Google Pixel glass. The thing about the Google Pixel frosted glass is that it was very easy to scratch, and you could tell right away just by rubbing your fingers on it that I was like, yeah, this is gonna scratch. But the long story short is, this doesn't scratch, or at least doesn't scratch very easily. What can really scratch this glass? Right now, I'm not really sure. I do, however, I had my iPhone XS Max side by side my iPhone 11 Pro, and my wrist accidentally twisted and it hit the glass, and it did leave a mark on it, but that's the only scratch so far that I've gotten, and it was right from the stainless steel frame directly to the phone. Okay, let's go over the second positive thing before getting into the negatives of this half impressions video. The cameras. These guys are freaking awesome. Like, I am bewildered by the quality of these cameras. I'm a big fan of that ultra wide camera, especially when I need to take a lot more in, or if I have a subject and I want to make them look distorted. It's really easy to use the ultra wide camera to do that. I've been posting a lot of shot on iPhone 11 Pro videos on my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram in the video description so you can check that out. But long story short, the standard wide angle lens, clean. Ultra wide camera lens, very clean. Telephoto, very sharp. So normally with a telephoto lens, I noticed that it looks kind of grainy, but with this, it's a lot more clear than it has been in the past. I'm a big fan so far of the video quality for the iPhone 11 Pro's cameras. Something to keep in mind though, and I was pretty surprised about this, Smart HDR is not available on the ultra wide camera. So if you'd like to take a ultra wide shot in Smart HDR, you would not be able to do that specifically at 4K at 60 frames, but you can do it at 30 frames per second. And I mean, yeah, the camera notch is pretty big. I honestly don't mind it, and I think that Apple put it really well together, especially when they got this really nice frosted glass, and then they got the glossy finish on this camera. It's really interesting, and I really wanted to demonstrate how this looked. So this camera bump, like the glass here is flat, like you got the glass here that's flat, and then here you have it raised. So it's actually kind of like the iPhone 7s, how they were raised kind of like that, and then flat. So take that, where it's flat, like the iPhone 7s where it's raised, and then at the raised portion of the glass, they put that glossy finish. It's all flat, however, the three cameras have a stainless steel frame that sticks up from that point. So you got two bumps, technically. You got the bump of the camera notch, and then you have the bumps from the actual cameras. So the cameras themselves actually stick up from the bump. It's a very interesting illusion. So the final thing that I wanted to talk about and I kind of am surprised about this. So one of the features with the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max is spatial audio. And the iPhone 11, which is the new iPhone XR, has this feature as well. I noticed with my particular model that whenever I'm playing a video that has a lot of vocals, a lot of times it'll sound tinny and high pitched. I don't know if that's a speaker issue or if that's another software issue, but whenever I'm playing music, it sounds just fine. It's just specifically when I play a video that has audio, it sounds really tinny. So that was kind of interesting, and I haven't seen that before. And I'll give that some time for the full review to see if that kind of goes away. But that does it. That does it. I'm done. Yeah, okay. Okay, in this video, I will not be saying whether or not you should or should not buy this phone. That I will leave for the full review, so make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss that video, because I'm going to be going into full detail of this phone. Until then, what I will say is this. The hardware is solid. There's some things to work with the software, but the hardware of this phone is by far one of the best that I've seen in a smartphone. And that is my personal opinion. So, speaking of personal opinion, I appreciate your opinion down in the comments below. And go ahead and smash that like button. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Matane.
You love it when I make you mad, or maybe we just love